Um, Redwood City got mad talent, man. Redwood City got mad talent. I mean, I was born and raised here, and this is where I started making music. There's just so many people out here that like make music, and there's a lot of people out here that are just artists in like different sense of the term artists, whether it's music or actual like artists who do like painting, or people who do photography, or people that are into cinematography. There's so much talent in Redwood City, and I don't know, like one of my biggest struggles is seeing so many talented people that don't collaborate. You know, growing up, I was surrounded by it. I was surrounded by the talent. I was surrounded by people who are dope, and they're really good at what they do, but it's just kind of like, you know, you got artists here, you got artists there, and a little bit more over here, all within Redwood City, but they're all kind of doing their own thing. And so that kind of like baffled me at a young age. I was like, man, one day I'm gonna produce a song where I take some of the dopest people in Redwood City and I put them together on a song, and just, you know, kind of bridge that gap between people. And that's when I was younger, and you know, I never would have thought, like years later, you know, 2016, I dropped an EP called The Coldest Winter, and on that song, like, I got major love off the whole project, which was insane to me, because I always believed that people have to leave their city that they're from in order to get love from the city for the music that you do. But I dropped that project, got insane love off of it, and I ended up having a remix to one, or I ended up doing a remix to one of the songs in my project. The song's called I Get It, and you know, the song itself, it's really about just being a hustler, going out there, going, you know, get your grind on. And what was supposed to be like maybe two of my peers, you know, throwing a verse on there, spitting a hot 16 and putting it out, turned into me actually getting some of the dopest people out in Redwood City and putting them all on the same track and making like a super like mega remix or whatever. And it was just insane to me, because I always had that dream of picking apart like each of the dope artists in Redwood City, or not each of them, but I always had that dream of putting a bunch of dope artists from Redwood City on one track. But I had that dream as a producer, because when I was younger, I just wanted to be a producer. I never thought that, you know, I would put out an entire project as an artist, have people be so well receiving about it, and then just bring all these different artists from Redwood City and have them jump on a remix of one of my songs. Like, I never pictured that happening, because I always thought that it was gonna be me doing something like that as a producer for all these artists out here. And it was amazing just being able to get all these artists to collaborate on one song. But I ended up taking it a step further and shooting a video to it, and it was just crazy to see people's reaction, because a lot of people were like, yo, like, I've never seen, you know, this amount of people collaborate, especially on one project, especially coming from the same city, which again is a city full of talent, but not a lot of people are connected in the artistic sense, because a lot of people kind of just want to do their own thing. So, you know, I can only hope that I can continue to do that with these next couple of projects over the next couple of months that I have, that I'm putting together. So I'm excited to keep collaborating with some of the artists here, and then even bring in some outside talent. You know, that would be dope to, you know, to have artists from Redwood City kind of expand from Redwood City, but also having people from outside of Redwood City come in and be like, yo, this is a hub for talent. Like, why aren't we peeping the talent that's here? You know, a lot of people in the Bay Area, they go talent scouting in places like Vallejo, Oakland, San Francisco, Berkeley, sometimes even San Jose. But honestly, I feel like, I don't know, maybe some of the artists that I work with can attest to this, or maybe even artists that I don't know, but artists, you know, that feel like fit into this category will attest to this, that like sometimes it feels like anything south of San Francisco isn't really considered like for talent, because I feel like a lot of the major artists from the Bay Area and people who are really, you know, well known and recognized are all from like the northern Bay Area and, you know, like the East Bay. So I want to be able to be one of those pioneers that kind of open up the doors and you know, show people, yo, like, there's a lot more talent further south in the Bay Area.